Good morning, friends, followers, subscribers, fellow YouTubers, my army of Trevor and cultists, but mainly those of you that are over on my Instagram. Thank you very much for continuing to support my channel by coming across. Anyway, it's Tuesday. I've started off today already pissed off. Yes, my son's school bus again did not turn up. So I'm like, didn't turn up. So spoke to the wife, ex-wife, and sorting things out. Phoned the school. Hi, just let you know that are you going to tell? I mean, how rude can you be as a receptionist? Are you going to tell me that the school bus didn't turn up as well? I'm like, excuse me? Yes, I am actually. Need to take it up with the transport company. We are fully aware. I said, you're fully aware? I said, you're the school that recommended the bus company. This is on you. And by the way, well, if you tell your son to go and wait at the bus stop, a bus will turn up eventually. And I'm like, well, no, I won't. I won't tell him to go and wait at the bus stop until a bus turns up. I mean, would you do that with your child? That's pathetic. We'll mark it down that it's a transport issue. I says it keeps happening. My son's losing school days. And when he does come into school, your teachers decide that they need a training day. A training day? You're either qualified or you aren't. First of all. Oh, and then there's teacher training days, and then there's staff that are out placards. I said, you know, bollocks to teachers. That's what I say. Bollocks to them. And receptionists, how rude can I be? They remind me of doctor receptionists, where you go in and you go, okay, and what's wrong with you? Well, I don't want to speak to you. You're employed to work the computer and answer the phone. I do not need you to diagnose what's wrong with me. And then, okay, let me know what's wrong with you, and then I will decide where you're going to. I just want to see my doctor. It's nothing to do with you, all right? I mean, everybody wants to know your business, don't they? Everybody wants to know your business. Even shops. Can you give us your... I mean, if you go into JD Sports or things, they go, would you like the receipt sent you by email? Okay, can you fill in the form, your name, your address, No. Why do I need to give you my email address to buy a pair of fucking trainers? I mean, no. I just want to buy the stuff. I mean... Everybody's like trying to get their... It's pathetic, isn't it? I get annoyed. I get annoyed at nonsense. Yeah. And for those, I mean, I was watching Thomas Markle's live last night. Thomas Markle Jr.'s live last night. Very enjoyable. I'm going to say that. Very enjoyable. Long, but very enjoyable. But long, Thomas, long, but extremely enjoyable. And there was a couple of sugars in there. Trevor hates Thomas Markle. And I'm like, what? Yeah, that's what you said. And I'm like, okay, whatever. It just makes you look at these people that are completely broken. That woman, Michelle, the witch, was in there last night causing... It just makes me laugh. I just look at these people and I think, wow, this is the level we're up against. I mean, it makes me feel relaxed now looking at the trolls attacking me, because I can see that they're mentally broken and it's not their fault. I feel sorry for them. Yeah. My mother said, better to be pitied than scolded. And I agree with her. Yes. And people are saying Harry's had the sack at the Invictus Games. I mean, it's nonsense. He has not been sacked at the Invictus Games. They are looking at people to promote it. Maybe Mike Tyndall. But he hasn't been sacked. And for those going, he never founded the games. Let me explain to these people out there, because there's many people out there that are brain dead. Okay, so we'll explain. Harry was in America, and he went and attended the Warrior Games, which is an American event where all the wounded personnel compete for competitions. And he thought it was a great idea. So he came to the UK again and he pitched it. He pitched it with the Ministry of Defence, and he pitched it in the royal circles. The MOD said, yeah, that's something that we can work on. So the MOD at the start, along with the Royal Foundation, funded it. They funded it. And Harry put his name to it as the founder. So in reality, he helped found the Invictus Games, but it was all planned by civilian staff at the MOD and Royal Foundation who put it together for him. And all they did was look at what was happening in the US with the Warrior Games, and they transferred that whole dynamic, that whole infrastructure to the UK. So when I say he founded it, it's a bit like me saying, it's a bit like me going visiting a factory to do with Mars bar and then coming up with a chocolate bar myself, but using the same ingredients. You know what I mean? It's a carbon copy. Let's put that to bed. That's dealt with. Right. The United States has now officially accused Israeli military units of multiple human rights violations. Now, listen, I, like you, I'm sitting back and watching what's happening in Israel and the Palestine, what's happening there. I can see that Hamas put a lot of pressure and they attacked innocent people in Israel. I can see that Israel had enough and they attacked and they keep attacking. Now, allegedly, before the October attack on Israelis, allegedly, Israel's military had done things towards the Palestinian people. I don't know if that's true. I don't know. I'm just saying it's in the media. It's in. I know that I don't trust the media, but when senior military figures are now saying both sides are complicit in doing stuff that is wrong, yeah, let's wait out to see what happens. Let's not. I don't judge. Let's wait out to see what happens with it. There's going to be a fallout, a bit like Ukraine and Russia. There's going to be a massive fallout. I just know that the world at the minute is suffering financially because of two wars on global fronts where everyone else is competing in these wars but pretending they're not, but they're supplying everything while their own citizens are suffering. Yes, so there we go. And Denise Welch has said that her knife-wielding stalker has now been given 7 years jail and she's moved home. Isn't it weird right now? There's a lot of things on Netflix. There's a lot of things in the papers. Stalking, severe stalking and harassment is quite ripe at the minute, isn't it? And this is the time to strike at stalkers. This is the time to use all the propaganda in the media to give to the police and the security and everything to get things done. So you know what, people? You know what? This is why I'm like relaxed, because the things are coming to an end and there'll be a lot of people out there left with red faces who didn't believe things at the start. And as you can see, things are starting to come together. It does take a while, by the way. You can't expect the police to do things in 24 hours or 1 month or 2 months. It does take time to gather things and then you'll see the end state. What else? Man United football team have had a disastrous season. In fact, such a shitty season that the whole team is up for sale. Back to the drawing board, isn't it? Man United aren't the team they used to be, are they? No. I think if they brought Roy Keane back, they'd probably play better. Yeah, there we go. Yes, and check this out. Just as the Rwanda scheme in the UK is about to kick off and the Home Office have stamped it, the House of Commons have stamped it, the House of Lords have stamped it, we're ready to go. Check this out. The Home Office has now said that they have lost thousands of asylum seekers. They're not sure where they are. We can't find them. We don't know where they are. How do we deport them? And this is exactly why there's terror attacks in the UK. Imagine losing thousands of people that you know nothing about that hate the UK. Imagine losing them up and down the country. Yeah? Yep. This is why we shouldn't let them in. Because they go and hide. Now, if there's something happens, if there's a terrorist strike anywhere across the UK, the only people to blame for that is a serving, sitting politicians that let it happen. Yeah. Isn't it weird that the politicians, the high politicians, the ministers that say, let everyone in, let them all in, let everyone in, let everyone in. They're the ones with CCTV around the houses and ground sensors and security teams, and they've got the Metropolitan Police on panic buttons. They're the ones with the 12-foot concrete walls and electric gates. They're the ones that tell us we must let them in. We're safe, yet they live in well-protected areas, don't they? Of course they do. Yeah. And Harry and Meghan have been accused of exploiting palace officials. Yes, their palace contacts. Yeah, for their unofficial tour of Nigeria, which is where Meghan is this Meghan going home? Is it? She did declare she was 43% Nigerian and she wants to go to Nigeria. She'll be treated like a queen there. Hopefully she stays. We never know. But yeah, shocking, isn't it? And she won't be coming to the Invictus Games. And in my own opinion, and without prejudice, it's because she's not wanted. Anyway, listen, have a wonderful day, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Please keep leaving reviews on Amazon. I think I've got about 2 weeks left on YouTube before I shut down the channel and move across. I've already got the dates and things lined up. So See you there, people. Stay safe.